just driven. Unfortunately, just driven at night, so not a great idea. Anyway, it's done now. We're at the Airbnb. It gets dark here early, so like 6 o'clock or so. So still sort of peak hour traffic as well. Roads are narrow. Where the roads aren't narrow, there's lots of cars on them. Everybody drives with their high beam on, so you can't actually see anyone coming towards you apart from big bright lights, so that blinds you and dazzles you. You need to drive the high beam on because every 10 metres there's a massive pothole in the road, or a dog or a person walking towards you on the 80k road, walking on the road because there's no footpaths, walking towards you. So yes, you've got to dodge people, got to dodge the potholes, got to dodge the dogs. I saw a dog, we pulled over just to reset the maps, and this dog ran onto the road and attacked every car and every motorcycle that was going past. Sashi, we only spent the night here just to get away from the city. It's quite nice being out and being woken up by all the bird life and stuff. So I'm going to La Fortuna today, but we're going to stop at some waterfalls and check them out. Try not to be bitten by snakes and spiders and stuff. I'd recommend, if you're in Costa Rica, getting up, like I was awake at like 5:30 and the birds and everything were singing, and there's actually a pretty blue bird over there actually. So yeah, get up early because they seem to have stopped running around and tweeting and stuff as the sun came up and got a bit later. So
game of dodge the potholes.
we're going to check out some waterfalls, which would be good. Catarata del Toro. It should be worth it with all the big climbing and up and down that we did in the car, but we've got like about 400 steps or something to go up to see this waterfall, so we will have a look at that. It doesn't look like there's too many other cars in the car park, so hopefully it's not too busy. So we get to pick our walking sticks. We have the umbrella and we're all ready to go. grunting as he goes down. Something to check out when you come to these waterfalls is the hummingbird garden. The track does a loop, so you can do it at the beginning or the end, but it is absolutely well worth doing. The amount of wildlife, insects, and of course hummingbirds is outstanding. It's a beautiful place to just stand and relax and contemplate life, so definitely check that out when you come. Sounds like a pig grunting, but it's not. It's the hummingbird wings beating so quickly that you sort of get this muffled drone. So quick. All sorts of different types. Mel and I went to Ulver Island, just off the Stewart Island, bottom of New Zealand, and it's a bird sanctuary with no predators in it. And the water taxi man said to us when he dropped us off, because we're the only ones on the taxi, he said, when you get in there, walk, and every 40 or 50 metres or so, just stop and be quiet. Don't move, don't make a sound, and wait for the birds and everything to come out. And that's probably actually a good lesson in life, actually. Every so often just stop and just appreciate what you've got around you. Because if you go blundering through life or blundering through the bush, the animals don't come out and you miss out. Trouble with standing still and waiting for animals to come out and appreciate them is the mosquitoes and sandflies and flies and that come out as well, so we're being eaten a wee bit. This will be a shortcut. Just going down that other road. We're just outside Fortuna, about 10 k's outside Fortuna, the Eco Lodge, and that up there is the volcano. What have we got here? This is a shared communal space. Lots of things with hammocks for us to sleep in. Although there's no New Zealand flag. Someone's working hard down there. So this is me in my hammock, and that's the jungle. Let's check out the inside of the Eco Lodge. So most of these bungalows look out onto the volcano, but this is the only one that looks out onto the jungle, which is only a small bit of a jungle, which we'll show you later because something's out there making a hell of a lot of noise, some digger or something. So bed comes with its own air conditioning, if you can see the gaps in the wall. and also, you may not be able to see that, but there's gaps in the floor. And we come around through here, and just turn on a light. There we go, not too shabby. A basin and a toilet and a very large shower. Now the guy said that you turn it on and it comes out hot, and then the more you turn it on, the cooler it gets. So we've sort of done it around the wrong way, and I did notice that with the other shower, which was pretty much like that at the other accommodation last night. So yeah, pretty cool. 3-hour drive was probably about 5.5 hours. Although we were stationary at Roadworks for like an hour. They let some people through coming towards us, and then there was nothing for like 15 minutes, and then there was 15 minutes of traffic coming towards us, and then nothing for 15 minutes, and then some more traffic coming towards us before they finally let us go. So I guess that's just Costa Rica. So add a lot of time to your drives, because it will take a lot more time, and you tend to zigzag down the road, avoiding all the potholes, and some of them are bad enough to take your suspension out. So yeah, anyway, we're here. There's all sorts of things planned for tomorrow. So yeah, as I said, when the digger or whatever stops, and it's starting to get dark, because it's 5:45 and it gets dark about 6, so hopefully they'll stop shortly, and then we can see what we can see outside, but it might be dark, so that may not work. But anyway, we'll see how we go. So anyway, and then we're going to go to the restaurant for a pizza, because we turned up late. So yeah, anyway, all good. Alright, so another day. There was a number of animals moving around last night. I think some of them were the dogs that are here, but that's right, we're off to some hot pools, and then tonight we're going to go and do a night jungle walk to see if we can find animals that only come out at night. Hopefully some sloths. This is the area for sloths, apparently. There's some of the other bungalows up there. Left. Right inside of the room. From the result. Might want to later. Springs Resort. Just waiting for the bus to take us down closer to the river. Yellow bus to take us down to the river. Got the climbing ropes. Got the changing rooms and the bar and the river. River. And the rafters. Hot pools. 3 different areas. There's one up the top near the main reception. There's one a bit further down, and this is the bottom one that we had to take the bus for. But apparently it's got good views of the volcano and stuff, so we will do this. And it's quite cool being in jungle settings, so excellent. Haven't seen any animals yet. So it's the eco garden. We've got our guide Daniel, he's going to be taking us for a night walk. We're going to see what we can find, what creatures are going to pop out at us.
It's the Furtherlands because of the scales pattern. Yeah. And the creature sounds again actually higher, guys. Oh, you're the boss.
Little tree frog.
Spreader, because it has pink legs and pink iris. So they make a sticky paste, they feed the mushroom and they eat the mushroom. So they are farmers. They cultivate them.
Projecto Acis, a refuge for animals.
That have been injured or people trying to traffic them and all sorts of things, I think.
Right, for a couple of hours.
General wildlife and sloths.
General wildlife and sloths.
Guys, I know babies are the cutest fish ever, but you know what happens when they get these fish? They destroy everything. They like to play with everything. But I like so much the tail. Guys, these guys move around, and you see they don't need to watch where they grab with the tail. Everybody, it's a new female, younger prey, and she like it. She accept it. The older monkeys are crazy for the female. She never get jealous because she's the boss. They live in troops about 20, and in the 20 is one male, 19 females. Females get pregnant every year. I forgot that. Spider monkeys in nature breed one baby every 4 years. These guys breed every year. People, guys, they're pretty, guys. And to have a toucan this close, it's not common. Not common. They stay over.
So one pineapple, half a watermelon, and some oranges, and a bug. I'll get rid of the bug. From the fruit stall. 4,000 krona.
Stop for a drink.
Stop for a drink. So lots of massive logs. I wouldn't imagine how much weight's on there. And it's tied on with string. Very hot in La Fortuna, so we'll stop for a drink.
Yeah.
Show us the face. Thank you.
It's a leaf cutter colony. The holes, they take the leaves in, chew them up, feed the fungi.
There we go.
Oh, here he goes. Coming down.
Yeah.
Oh, there's his toes sticking out of it. And he's still got it around the top though.
Se puso como ya como de invierno, de oscuro, ¿no?
Sí, ya empieza seguro. En otro lado sí ya está lloviendo.
Sí, no, pero igual sí, ya agarra.
Oh, it smells good.
Tastes good.
Oh, it's a big one, Mr. Cicada. It's coming. It is in the edge of the garden there. There it is. Glomberger. Circle of life. Morning. Okay. I've lost track of what day it is, but I think it's Sunday. We're leaving today. Well, it's the 1st of May. I know that because it's the start of the rainy season and it actually rained last night. So that was good because Daniel was saying that the frogs and stuff need the rain, and so do the trees and everything else really, to actually do what they do and come out and we can see them and they can breed and do all those other things. So yes, so it rained last night, freshened everything up, so it's pretty cool. Yesterday we went to the Protecto Aces, which is a sanctuary. There's 3 types here. You've got your zoo, which is self-explanatory. You've got your sanctuary, where they bring in animals and injured animals and stuff and look after them, and that's it. And then you've got your refuge, which is where they actually bring the animals in and, you know, get them better, you know, if they're injured or if they're pets, which is actually illegal in Costa Rica to have any wild animal as a pet. And then they sort of make them wild again and release them, and when they know that the animals are able to take care of themselves. So we did that. That was awesome. I don't like seeing animals in cages, but when you hear the stories, some of the stories were quite heartwarming. Some of them were quite sad. So for instance, there was a couple of parrots. One had lost a wing and the other one had broken a wing, and they got put into the same cage, and they basically was like, oh, look at you, you've got a broken wing, I've got a broken wing, or I've got a missing wing, hey, let's be friends, and they're inseparable now. And then you got some funny things like Diablo the monkey, who is probably a teenager, I suppose, about 6-7 years old, and he's just a nuisance to everybody else. Waits till other monkeys are asleep and then starts pulling the tails or pushing them off the leeches and stuff. So great story, wonderful people. Guide was brilliant. And it's great to put some money into something that's doing that, rescuing these animals and putting them back in the wild. After that, we did the sloth tour for the same company. We only saw a couple of sloths. I don't know what that thing is that makes that real nasty buzzing sound, but it's quite annoying, to be fair. But anyway, so they've got an acre there that they have the sloths. It's all natural. We only saw 2. He said be careful if you go to some of the others where you see 5, 10, 15, and especially if you get to pet them and pick them up and cuddle them and stuff. That's illegal as well. But he said most of those sloths actually come from the black market. They get stolen from the forests. He said one of the ways they do it is they will find a sloth, a mother and a baby. They'll chop the tree down, kill the mother, and then take the baby, because the mother will fight them because she's a wild animal and she'll, so again, hear some of those stories and stuff. It's quite sad, but anyway, that was quite interesting. And then we met up with Daniel again and did the monkey park. Saw the dart frog that we missed on the previous night and some other animals. We saw an anteater. He said that he only sees 2 or 3 of them a year, and he walks every day, guides every day. It was climbing a tree. It was quite cool. Didn't see any monkeys in the monkey park. But when we were driving out, we saw them in the tree, including a monkey that had like this yellow tail, and his hind legs were yellow. And he's saying that that's pigmentation. So the melanin, for whatever reason, he had less of it, and so he ends up with a yellow tail and yellow back legs. So yeah, and then we went back to the pools and relaxed and chilled out in the pools, which was really nice. I saved a cicada from the water, pushed it out, and then a frog came along and ate it. So I was trying to save the cicada, but I guess I helped the frog instead, so that was quite cool. So we're off to Mel's booked something special for us today, so we will go off and do that. We're going to go around the volcano and the lakes, says 3 hours. We'll see how long it takes us, because it will be a lot longer than that. And yes, enjoy Costa Rica and continue to enjoy Costa Rica.